Hey there guys, welcome back. Today we're going to continue on with our look at the main Pokémon set releases by Wizards of the Coast, and we're going to be looking at the very first expansion and the second set overall, Jungle. Jungle was released in June of 1999, and unlike base set, rather than simply having the whole set the same as the Japanese set, Wizards actually changed it a bit. You see, the Japanese set only had 48 cards, and didn't include any non-holo rares. It only had commons, uncommons and holo cards. So Wizards weren't really a fan of this for two reasons. Reason number one, 48 cards makes for a very small expansion set. And reason number two, if there were no non-holo rares, that would mean that either every pack had to contain a holo, or some packs would have no rares at all. And packs having no rares would annoy the people who opened them, and if all packs had holos, it would devalue the holos and make it less of a premium getting the card. So what Wizards did is they took the 16 cards that were holo and made holo and non-holo versions of them, which expanded the set up to 64 cards. Unlike base set with its many different variants, Jungle just had the two types, first edition and unlimited. All 64 cards come in both, so there's not much else really to say here. Just look out for the first edition symbol to know that it's first edition. And now we can move straight onto the error cards. There are actually 17 error cards associated with the Jungle set. 16 of them are essentially the same error. All 16 holos had some unlimited variants where the set symbol wasn't printed on the card, and that space was left blank as it was in base set. I believe it was just one print run of the cards that were like this, but they're still fairly common, so as errors go, they're not going to run you too much money if you try and get them all. The last error affected a card from the first edition set, Butterfree. The error was that in the first edition symbol, a small bubble appeared next to the 1, almost making it look like a lowercase d. Now usually, things like air bubbles on cards are usually unique errors that just crop up occasionally during the printing process, but a significant number of the first edition Butterfrees have been found with this error, so it's widespread enough for it to be counted. And this error is generally referred to as the D edition Butterfree, because like I said, the air bubble makes the 1 look like a lowercase d. There are two other cards which are worth mentioning, which I've already mentioned within the promo videos, but definitely worth mentioning here as they are associated with the Jungle set. The first is of course the pre-release Clefable, which was stamped and given out as a pre-release to the set. And the second is the first edition promo Pikachu, which was stamped by mistake and put into some Jungle boxes. If you click on either of the cards, it'll take you to the videos where I explain about these in more detail. Of course, as with base set, I couldn't really show off every card in the set, but I will again link you to a gallery in the description where you can see all of the cards within the set. And if you're wanting to keep count like we did with base set, we have 64 first edition cards, 64 unlimited cards, 17 error cards, and then 2 promo cards which are associated with the set. That brings us to 147 if you include the promos, or 145 if you don't. And that finishes up our look at the Jungle set. Obviously this was a shorter video because there wasn't as much to look at, and these videos are going to vary in length just based on how many error cards there are in the set or how many variants there are to look at. And of course, the next video in the series, we're going to be taking a look at the Fossil expansion. So thanks for watching, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment or send me an email at djgigabyte@live.co.uk. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.